Now, I spoke with Internet security expert Scott Schober today, and he pointed out that the attack was novel as it involved the Internet of Things, devices that now have computers embedded in them, and he had suggestions for how ordinary folks can help end these outages.
These Internet of Things devices could be a thermostat, for example. If it has a default password on there, it's easy for somebody to know what that password is. And now if there's hundreds of thousands of these thermostats out there, they could simply load this malware remotely, and it sits there and resides on it until somebody, the bad guy, says, wake up, and starts spewing out all this information. And that's most likely what happened. There was a high percentage of CCTV cameras that were manufactured in China. So my guess, if I had to be a betting man, I'd probably lean toward China as maybe the culprit. We have such a desire to connect everything into the internet. My solution or my recommendation is often think before you plug into the internet. Do you need to connect to the internet? Is it essential? And then the other side of the coin, is it secure? Do your homework, ask the questions. Go to the manufacturer's website, pick up the phone and call them, send them an email and ask them, how do I know this device is secure? Is it encrypted? Does it have a long and strong password? Can somebody else access this device? So the onus goes back to the consumer. If we're demanding these products, we have to let the manufacturers know we will only buy them if we have confidence there is security in place.
All right, Jett, up until now, all we heard is that Russia is responsible for all this kind of stuff. So that's a new wrinkle with China, huh?
It is, and some people have pointed out that the attacks kind of are reminiscent of what a state actor would do. So you think about in the U.S., Jamie, in the old days in the 50s during the Cold War, the Dr. Strangelove era in the 60s, you would have high-altitude jets that would fly over Russian airspace in order to test out their defenses, to see, sense their radar. And some people are saying this looks like it fits into a pattern of the last couple of years where some, possibly a state actor, is probing the defenses. So by doing this kind of action, you're seeing what the response is, and all of this is readying your technology in case you do want to launch a large cyber war.
Oh, right. So, yeah, there were some people saying this could be kind of a test, and maybe they're right, correct?
That's what it certainly seems to fit the model that we think of the old-fashioned warfare, again, like the high-altitude planes, like they're probing the defenses. But again, we think about Russia, but there was a group called the New World Hackers, which say, no, they're responsible because they're going to launch an attack against Russia because they're upset at Russia interfering in the U.S. elections.